I'm Lizzie Baily Wolf. I'm a doctoral candidate here. And today I'm going to talk to you about how we talk about our emotion. And so historically, women's emotion has kind of been referred to as emotionality, hysteria, sentimentality. Women are so emotional, whereas men, often their emotion has historically been referred to as passion. And so their emotion is something they can harness, something they can use for their work that makes them be more effective at work. And in general, passion is valued in the workplace. For example, McKinsey, the first thing they list as a qualification they look for in their candidates is passion. Same with Bain, it's in their mission statement. Same with BCG. So it's clearly something that organizations value. And yet we sort of see that as something that men can harness and have, but that women's emotion is more sort of hysteria. And you can imagine sort of women, when, at least for me personally as a woman, I feel that if I get emotional in the workplace, I kind of need to apologize for it and describe it as, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm being so emotional right now. And so I sort of thought, okay, if men's emotion has historically been thought of as passion, what if we just changed the script and told people of both genders to refer to their emotional outbursts as passion? Could they reframe how their emotion is perceived in such a way that then they end up being perceived more positively and more effective at work because they're able to sort of harness their emotion? And it's because they're enthusiastic. And often in my experience, when I do experience emotion at work, it is because I'm passionate about it. And so I know in my own experience, often when I feel emotional in work settings, it is because I'm passionate. It's because I really care about what I'm doing. I'm very invested in my work. And so I don't think this is sort of far-fetched to do. And so in 4 experiments, I look at how people perceive those who express emotion in the workplace, especially distress, meaning sort of low status emotion, as opposed to anger, which is sort of negative emotion that's low status. And we looked at this in 4 experiments. So first we have somebody on a team. I'm not going to go into the details because I don't have time, but somebody on a team who ends up crying, and they either say, I'm sorry, it's because I'm so emotional, I'm sorry, it's because I'm so passionate. And whether they're a man or a woman, they're rated more positively if they describe their emotion as passion. And then we had people read an interview transcript where the person described an incident from the past where they let their emotions affect emotion. Now write about how that demonstrates that they're passionate, or now write about how that demonstrates they're emotional. And again, they were perceived more positively as higher status, more competent in the situation where they were writing about their passion. And finally, we had a target who people thought that they were going to work with. They had to pick a partner for a subsequent task. And that partner either described their emotion as emotion or passion, and they were more likely to be selected as a partner when they described their emotion as passion. And so across studies, we find that passionate targets are rated as higher status and more competent across all of our studies. And this is because they're perceived as more in control of themselves, which goes along with this sort of historical narrative about men's emotion, that they can harness their emotion and use it for their work. We find that as the mediator here. We also, as I said, find that these targets are significantly more likely to be chosen to be hired when people consider these interview candidates, and they're more likely to be chosen as teammates. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.